Nintendo.
Have you ever stopped to look up into the starry sky and wondered what's out there? Well, have you ever considered that what's out there may horrify you beyond your own imagination? Well, some notable figures who have are H.P. Lovecraft, Stephen King, and apparently Nintendo. In a game such as Mario Galaxy, Nintendo has pretty free reign when it comes to their ideas, as space is endless, filled with endless possibility. Unlike space, however, our minds are not endless, and once we run out of ideas for happy, bubbly galaxies, our minds may start to wander into a darker corner of our subconscious. And that's exactly what I'm here to talk about. Mario Galaxy comes off as another happy Mario adventure. Look, he's in space. Look, he's flying. It's so sweet and gentle. But once we get a chance to settle in, we can look past all that and start to wonder the implications of all this. I've taken the audacity of going through all the galaxies and picking out the most specific ones that tickle that little dark spot in our brain, just enough to make a video like this. However, I have not gone through Galaxy 2. That will have to wait until next time. So without further ado, let's launch into it. For the sake of easing ourselves into the video, I'll be starting with the more tame galaxies and moving into the ones where Nintendo spared no expense on the frights. Let's begin with the galaxy that barely made this video, and I mean barely. But I think it's a good tone setter. And speaking of tone setter, the music in this level does exactly that, but I'm not going to play it right now because a few other galaxies in this video use it, so we'll come back to that. Anyways, this level isn't so much creepy as it is somewhat melancholic. The planet is littered with a crashed ship, as well as chests and a weird wall thing. But the main set piece of this mission are these eels. Creepy little guys, but nothing that'll keep you up at night. Also, why are these penguins just so okay with this? Like guys, they're 3 times your size, and even this guy says that they can eat them, so like get out of the water. Come on Gramps, get it together, help them! Anyway, all this combines into a very nice starting galaxy for this video. Our second galaxy on this spooky October night is the Sand Spiral Galaxy, and this galaxy automatically goes on this list because it has booze, and not like booze, but booze like booze. Jokes aside, this galaxy is just kind of weird. So weird in fact that I'm having trouble writing my analysis on it. Like, obviously it's here because the developers thought it would be cool to give you a choice with the 2 new power-ups on how you want to proceed with the level. But lore-wise, what is this galaxy? If we break it down to basics, it's just a barrel with deadly sand pouring out of it. Oh, and ghosts. But behind the barrel is a beautiful scene with what seems to be broken up paths swirling around a small moon. So clearly this place holds some sort of significance. I mean, it's got a power star, so that's something. It might just be some sort of passage to this moon place, but something happened and now it's all broken up. And all that remains are these remnants. Next up, we have the Space Junk Galaxy, which I've gotta say, doesn't creep me out as much as it makes me sad. First up, the music just gets my tear ducts rolling. It's so sad. And there's just all this forgotten stuff. Granted, it's mostly junk, hence the name. Except for, is that Olimar's ship? Yeah, it is. Why is that here? And it's clearly been here a while, like there are crystals growing on it. Is this potentially Olimar's fate? And this isn't a side Easter egg either, this is front and center. You have to go to it. And it's even here on the little galaxy preview. Regardless of whether or not this will ever be canon, I think the theme of a forgotten spaceship as well as a potentially dead space captain perfectly represent this level. Oh, and it's got spiders, blah! Moving on, the Bubble Breeze Galaxy, where, oh no, the toads crashed! Seems like a pretty shitty place to crash. A very vast planet that seems to be mostly filled with poison. Anyway, not my problem, see ya. Planets like these make me wonder if anyone ever lived here. Like, it seems pretty uninhabitable, but someone had to put up these signs, and this bubble machine, and these mines? Clearly someone does not want us making it out of here alive. And speaking of that, it is not a pretty picture when Mario dies. Like, he literally drowns in poison, which frankly sounds like one of the worst ways that you can go. And you say this is a kid's game? Look at that poison. Look at that poison. It may be a stretch, but it looks like there's some creepy faces or like some words. Granted, those words are ooh, ooh, and ooh, but still. Y'all knew this was coming. How could I not talk about the Spooky Mansion level? Personally though, I don't really consider the Spooky Mansion levels in Mario games to be that scary, with maybe the exception of one or two. So I chose the mission with the least mansion. But this level's got everything. Creepy trees, creepy ground, creepy... They're so cute, and you can throw them around. These guys are awesome. Why are they not in any other games? These would be perfect for a new Luigi's Mansion, and they're so happy to be thrown around by their tongues. If someone did that to me, I'd be pretty upset. I chose this mission in particular because of this big baddie Bogmire. Bouldergeist. And this guy is scary. I mean, look at him. Actually, he kinda looks like a cute cat, but the more you hit him, he actually gets a little creepier. Like a zombie, slowly decomposing and falling apart. But if you look a little closer, he seems to be made up of some sort of dark energy, and I don't even want to think of those implications. Like, is this ghost star stuff? I don't know. Overall, pretty spooky. Congratulations, we've made it halfway through the video, and what better way to celebrate than the Boneyard Galaxy? I can't believe I failed to mention it up to this point, but in the background of a lot of these ghosty levels you can look up into the sky and see hundreds of souls moving towards the light, I guess. But it's actually pretty creepy, like props to Nintendo, that's some spooky shit. And honestly, it's kind of beautiful and atmospheric. They really nailed it. These guys also look like the spooky ghost boy from the Super Mario Land ghost house, so I guess canonically this is what ghosts look like in the Mario universe. This background seems to be especially relevant in this level because some of these poor souls branch off into this big skull, and they all seem to be heading somewhere. Where? I don't know. And side note, what's with that background? Like, bro, where are we? And the cherry on top of all this is at the very end of the race, we see that there are actually a ton of bone piles at the bottom of this, whatever this place is. Like, are these other racers who failed? I know Mario dies if you fail, but I never actually thought he was dying. Maybe instead of it just being an easy way to punish you and restart the level, you actually do die if you lose to this racer boo, which is honestly kind of dark. And also, this guy really has to kill you? Like, bro, I already lost. Come on, your ego's that big that you actually have to kill anyone that even dared to oppose you? I'm sorry, please don't hurt me. Up next, we're moving on to the Big Mouth Galaxy, which I'd argue is the most pretty galaxy in the video. It is a very serene setting with many water planets overlooking a giant water planet. Where we land, however, is on this fish statue planet. What is this thing? Is it a statue? Is it a fossil? Did this fish live on one of these planets? And how did this penguin get here? Does he live on one of these planets as well? Maybe this is close to the Drip Drop Galaxy, which actually would make some sense. But once we move into the mouth of the beast, we can see a whole lot of booze, which moves this from unsettling to creepy. Did these guys die by being eaten by this creature, or is it just where they decided to settle down? Maybe they're all trapped here, which would kind of suck. I mean, this place isn't all that fun, but at least it looks good. And this penguin says this is his fishing spot. What about all the other water planets? And side note, what is it with all the Luma levels being creepy? Like, why do these stars want to scare Mario? All in all, great level, great atmosphere, and god damn it, I threw the shell. Hi, welcome to the Deep Dark Galaxy. Do you have a thalassophobia? Well, if you don't, you sure will after this level. Picture this, you're Mario, and you have to swim to the bottom of this cavern. Seems like an easy task at first, but halfway down, you start to get a little antsy. Am I gonna make it? How deep is this? Can't go back now. You keep going further and further with the tightness in your chest becoming more and more apparent. You start to panic at this point. You may even try to breathe, but you'll find that was a bad choice as your lungs fill with water. But then you see a light in the darkness, a bubble of air. You desperately try to swim for it, but you may find you are just a bit too late. But then you see the funny shark guy, and it's all good again. I mentioned the music earlier, but I never played it, and I feel like it would be most fitting to give a listen on this level. Here, let your ears be pleasured. This track reminds me of the Jaws music, but parts of it also remind me of that creepy Sonic song. The water isn't the only thing you have to be afraid of in this level, though. There's also the booze. This level seems to have some sort of weird magician theme going for it, like these symbol things and the box where the hidden star is contained. And there's also this watermelon part. I really have no idea what that's about, but it's kinda Halloween-y, because you could carve it just like a pumpkin. Sticking with our aquatic theme, we've got the Bonevin Galaxy. If the last water level didn't scare you, take a look at this monstrosity. This is scary, and if you don't think so, I implore you to don Mario's hat and fly off to this galaxy to go try it yourself. This fish is so metal that even after it died, it still wants to fuck shit up. It even sends off its little babies to kill Mario, and it lives in such a crazy place. This, in my honest opinion, is the scariest boss in the game. I mean, Bouldergeist looks like a pussy compared to this guy. Jeez. Good luck, Mario. Our last galaxy that we're looking at today is the Splatter Galaxy. This one mainly creeps me out because, like, what happened to it? Some sort of catastrophic event beyond what we can even picture must have happened. The molecules are messed up in this place. Like, what kind of space event could even allow this to happen? They also seem to be some sort of ruins from a civilization. It reminds me of the ruins from the Mario Odyssey Ruined Kingdom. Did the residents of this place know this was gonna happen? Did they cause it? So many questions. None answered, of course. But that also is the beauty of these levels. They give more questions than answers, leaving you wondering about them, keeping them in your head. And that's part of the reason this game is so memorable. Creepy, not creepy, it doesn't matter. This game is nothing but memorable. And on that note, I hope all of you have a happy Halloween and a great night. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, comment, or like, or all of the above. I'm not gonna stop you. Anyway, goodbye.